Oh, God, it's brutal here. Hello, and welcome to another episode of The Movie Moment, the video series where we talk about the best movies from the past and the present. This is your host, your favorite man-child, SuperJesusJackson. I haven't done that in a while, so it's a throwback. Thank you guys for tuning in. Today, we are going to be doing another scene from Marriage Story. I know I did Marriage Story last video, but I did tease that I would possibly do another scene from it. And I think this scene tops it for me. I mean, objectively, you know, like it's not, I guess, the greatest scene acting-wise, performance-wise, but I think when it comes to the movie, when you look at the movie, it truly is the scene that just, you know, musters up a whole set of emotions for you. And it really also just continues to show, actually, the great performance, the great acting that both of these characters have with Adam Driver and Scarlett Johansson. So, acting-wise, it's not like it's, you know, not terrible. Spoilers, for those of you that have not seen Marriage Story, what are you doing? Just stop this video, go watch Marriage Story. But yes, this scene is the last scene of the movie, essentially. It's where Charlie reads the letter that Nicole wrote to him. Well, she was writing all the stuff that she loved about him, which is interesting because in the beginning of the movie, we had her read it to the audience, essentially. But in the end, we have Charlie finally reading it for himself. And it's like one of the most beautiful things like I've ever seen. Let's just watch it.
Charlie is self-made. His parents, I only met them once, but he told me there was a lot of alcohol.
That's so cute. He like takes away like the alcohol and like the bad references from the letter because his like Henry, his son, is there. That's so cute. He's a good dad. He's a good dad.
Moved to New York from Indiana with no safety net, and now he's more a New Yorker than any New Yorker. He's brilliant at creating family out of whoever is around. With the theater company, he casts a spell that made everyone feel included. No one, not even an intern, was unimportant.
I really love how Nicole really just writes about how Charlie he's an all-around good guy, of course. I mean, he's egotistical, so for a person who's egotistical, I don't speak from experience, mind you, but they want to be liked by everyone. So you have to be a nice person to everyone, you know, including the intern. So, you know, like but it also, within that, of course, he's a good person, but it is also driven because of ego. So, but I just love that, you know, complex characters are fascinating, so.
What's an intern?
It's like a helper, but who isn't paid.
Why aren't they paid?
They're young, they're learning.
Music is really, really interesting here. It's, again, very Toy Story, because the dude that composed this, Randy Newman, I think that's his name, yeah. It's got a staccato feel to it. It's, you know, just da, 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 da. It's almost like a mysterious cat, like just kind of, as Charlie's reading this letter, you know, it's kind of like a mouse or a rat, you know, going for the cheese, you know, just slowly, you know, like meticulously going to get the cheese.
Helper, but who isn't paid.
Why aren't they paid?
They're young, they're learning.
In this case, the cheese is a very sad cheese, but I mean, I guess it's Charlie's journey, just, and also because he's talking to his son Henry, so it's kind of cute, you know, so it's got this very kind of childish tone to it. I like it.
I don't know, maybe if they do a good job, they get paid later.
Okay, keep going.
He could remember.
Okay, keep going. Just love, like, parents interacting with their kids when a kid just asks, like,
Oh, like, What's a firefighter? What's a police officer? Like, what's this? What's that?
I love it. It's so cute. And it shows, you know, that he's a good father when he responds accordingly and he gives the time of day to his son. A lot of parents, you know, the kid asks a question and they're like, oh, just go away. Go play with your iPad. It takes a good parent to listen to their child and answer their questions.
All the inside jokes, he's extremely organized and thorough. He's very clear about what he wants, unlike me, who can't always tell. I fell in love with him 2 seconds after I saw him.
Oh, he's breaking down. He's breaking down. Oh my God, I fell in love with him 2 seconds after I saw him. That would make anyone break. Are you kidding me? You see his like lip tremble? He's great acting here. This is what I'm saying, and where like, you know, like, yeah, he's not screaming, he's not, you know, creating a hole on the wall, you know, but really just shows his range as an actor. Adam Driver's phenomenal. I like the music too in this part. It's really emotional. It really hits you where it hurts. And I love that Nicole's character is in the background, kind of out of focus. And then the camera finally puts her in the frame and she's crying along with him. Great stuff.
And I'll never stop loving him, even though it doesn't make sense anymore.
And I love how he paused for a while and then the music, you know, with the piano there at the end, you know, and it just kind of ended.
And I'll never stop loving.
You know, the scene had a lot of patience to it, and that's why I think that's part of the reason why it was so effective with that last line there. I'll never stop loving him, even though it doesn't make sense anymore, which is probably the best line in the movie because it fully encapsulates everything. You know, even the people that hurt you the most, who have hurt you in the past or in the present, you loved them for a reason, and that'll never go away, no matter how much they have hurt you. I mean, obviously there's lines that you can't cross, but you get what I mean, right? I mean, it's a very universal thing that anyone can relate with. And I like how the scene takes its time and, you know, Charlie doesn't read that until the very end when the music's all said and done.
I'm so happy you came.
I'll email you that article.
Yes, please do.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Every time I see like, you know, like a dude who's like his wife and him have divorced and then he has interaction with like the guy that she's with now, it's just always so weird to me. I'm like, and like here in this scene, like he's like, oh, I'll email you that thing or whatever, you know, like as if they're best friends. And I'm like, that's pretty cool. I mean, that's awesome. It's pretty cool that they're trying to create, you know, like a friendship between them, obviously, because come on, animosity like that's it's not worth it, you know. But like still, it's still weird to me. Like the fact that they're like shaking hands, they look at each other like yeah, you're the man that like had sex with my wife, and then the other dude's like, yeah, you're the guy who had sex with now my wife. Like it's just weird.
We were gonna bring him to dinner, but he's so wiped out. I'm gonna take him.
It's your night.
I know.
Yeah,
Good.
I'll drop back in the morning.
Yeah, text me when you're up to figure something out.
Oh, that's so sweet. She let him have Henry for the night. That's how you know they care about each other, you know? And about Henry, because Henry's the one that unites them both. That's how you know they're good parents.
You're gonna go with your dad, okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
And they hug him like together. That's so sweet.
I love you.
I love you too.
Okay.
The music, man, the music. God damn it. Ah. Always gets me a little bit emotional. Just a little bit. Like how the music, he's just... Noah Baumbach is so great at, like, structuring his scenes to fit well with the music. Like, you know, that last thing where she ties him his shoes and she gets up and he says thanks or whatever, like, the music just ends perfectly right there. I love it.
Thanks.
And the way she gets up and looks at him or whatever, just kind of like checks him out for like the last time. I love it. Yeah, I mean, take that as a sign that says maybe there's hope. You know, well, I'm an optimist when it comes to relationships in movies, so that's how I'll think. Obviously, any person with the right mind would be like, nah, these people ain't getting back together. Have you heard the stuff they said to each other, like, earlier? But, you know, it's still nice. It just proves that, you know, and her cutting his hair, like, too, earlier in the movie, like, it just goes to show that these people are forever entwined, you know? That'll never break. And they love each other in a different way now, but they love each other. They still love each other. It's just so sweet. So incredibly sweet. And I love how the movie, it's so aggressive and angry and vicious in its storytelling, but it doesn't fail to capture the beauty and the essence of true everlasting love in a way, right? Even though these two people clearly have showed that they sometimes hate each other. So I love it. I think this is brilliant writing. With just the simple thing of her tying his shoes, because we know that he just always has his shoes untied. And the fact that she noticed it, you know, she probably thought about it when he was walking away. She's like, man, his shoes are untied. I don't know if I should. And she did it. Just so sweet, man. I love it. Well, thank you guys so much for watching this episode of The Movie Moment. Let me know in the comment section below if you were as emotional as me reacting to this scene. Did you agree with my take? Did you not? Let me know. Please make sure to hit that like button if you enjoyed this video. Dislike it if you didn't. Or subscribe to the channel because Adam Driver and Scarlett Johansson are fantastic actors. Let me know what you would like to see next for The Movie Moment. That's it for me. You guys take care, stay safe, and until next time, I love you. Oh, it's brutal out here. It's not even about like the like it's brutal out here. Like,
God, it's brutal out here.
Have y'all listened to that Olivia Rodrigo album? Let me know in the comments if it's fire or not. I've listened to it. I can guarantee it's lumbre.